Now on the electronic panel, all the lights are on because I have no load. There's no load. It's not charging anything, but those neon lights that require at least 120 volts AC to light are lit. Kind of hard to see unless I turn all the lights off, but they're on. So now I'm going to turn on the O-scope. Put it on times 10. Well, that's times 1. We're going to, alright, so that's our 0 base. So then, it's got some static on there. Okay. I'm going to turn on the switch up here. We'll do coil number 7. Oh, this autofocus just is horrible. All right, we're going to turn on number 7. What? Now here's the voltage coil 7 is putting out at times 10. Alright, let me read this. We can't see this. Dang it. Alright. Coil 7 is putting out here 5 volts per channel. 5, 10, 15, 20. That's almost 180 volts. That's a lot. At 129 hertz. That's a lot of voltage for just one channel. What we're going to do, and the reason I have 8 magnets and 9 coils, I don't want one big spike. I want to make the spikes all together. So here's coil 1, coil 2, coil 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is already on. Here's 8, and here's 9. Now you see all those spikes? Those are about 180 volts. 0 to peak to peak. It's not AC, it's just a spike. When I use the capacitors in the control box, it converts it back to DC. It's almost like an AC, but it's not a real AC. They're just spikes from 0 to 160 to 200. Average 183. Okay? Now, let's put a load on it. Go up here. I'm going to charge battery number 1. That's this guy. Okay, now watch what happens. Now we're going to go to times 1 on the O-scope. I have to do auto. We're doing auto. Now that's way the hell up there. So it's almost like a pure DC. Volts peak to peak varies because I have these spikes. but my mean voltage is 26.8 volts DC, charging this battery. Now let's turn on the multimeter, which is plugged into battery 1. We'll go to DC. 12.49 is being delivered, right? 12.5 now. But see, we're over here on this switch. This is the overall voltage. We're going to go to battery 1. That's the test for battery 1. We were at 12.4. Oh, 12.41. Now these are lead acid batteries, and I want the new capacitors 12.42. The new capacitors, or capacitor slash battery, from Tesla. Maxwell is about to go out of business, so I don't want those capacitors. 12.43. That battery is charging, and it's going to go up to 28 if I don't stop it. That's how I boiled my batteries. I don't have a regulator, but I don't know of a regulator that can handle 80 volts, or what was it, 48? Make 48 volts. Well, down to 15 or so. You don't want to go above 15. I mean, your alternator in your car goes, what, 14 and a half, 15 volts for your 12 volt lead acid battery. Look, 12.46 already, and that's just battery 1. Battery 1 is right there.